Do you love Minecraft? Do you feel like you don't have enough time to play? Do you feel overwhelmed when you watch other creators constructing these enormous builds? If so, then this video is for you. I'm Primitive Soul, and I may be the slowest Minecraft player you've ever seen. So, without further ado, let's get into it. What is going on, YouTube? I probably don't know you, but you know me. It's Primitive Soul, and that's right, we're kicking off today with a new hardcore world. Now, before we get too far into this, I do have quite a few disclaimers. The first one being, I am no means a professional. As you can tell from my channel, this is the first video I've ever made, so you'll have to bear with me as I try and learn some editing and play with volume controls, things along those lines. But I'm going to do my best for you guys because I love to play this game and I really want to play it for you. So, the second one being, I do have a texture pack on. It's, actually, never mind. Disappear that I do not have that texture pack on, but that's okay because that makes it feel more vanilla for you guys, and that's what we like to see here today. So, I'm not quite sure what to say, honestly. I've watched so many creators create content and they talk about how difficult it is to speak to the camera, and I really didn't think I would have trouble with that because I'm a pretty talkative person by trait, but we're going to give it our best shot. Now you can see I'm already going ahead and getting started with some things here. I found this seed from Chunk Base, and I wanted to spawn into a biome that had a lot of snow because winter is my favorite season, so I really wanted to build like a snow themed sort of area and whatnot. So I just went through some random seeds on Chunk Base and found this seed, and whether fortunate or unfortunate, it seems like a lot of this seed is actually snow, like a winter biome. So I'm kind of excited about that, but that just means we're going to have to travel pretty far before we can get, some of the other resources that we need. But I'm digging right into it anyway, and I'm digging out a little hole here. So after I found this seed, I came in to this world in a creative version to just try and like check out the spawn area a little bit, because I obviously, like most people, I wanted a decent spawn area. And as soon as I spawned in and saw this little like crater that's right here, I kind of got some ideas flowing. So I'm not going to tell you what those ideas are. It's going to kind of be a surprise, but I just wanted to go ahead and get started on things here. And I do know one of like the big issues with spawning in like a winter biome like this is finding a food source. And I remember when I came in here in like a creative version, there was some chickens. Perfect. Yes, there's one, and I think there should be another one. Perfect. Let's go get these guys. Obviously, it's the first day here. Probably are not going to be able to get a bed today, but that's okay. At least we'll maybe have secured some food. I think there were some cows a little further down that way, but obviously don't have any wheat yet. So chickens will probably have to do for now. Let's just come over here and put them in a little hole next to where we're going to be kind of hanging out at for the time. All right. And let's just cover them up because don't want any snow foxes to come kill them either. That would be really sad for both of us. So, all right, we got that taken care of. Now, what I'm going to do for the next little bit here is just kind of cut down some of these trees. Obviously, we need resources. This first night, I'm just going to cut down trees until night falls and make sure to collect some of these saplings and stuff. But going back to what I was talking about at the beginning of this video, a few more disclaimers. I also have a couple data packs on, and I turned fire tick off because I think fire makes a great decoration, and seeing as how I'm going to be building, in the winter biome, I'm probably going to have quite a few fires around just to make the place feel warm, obviously, and maybe not so much quite like the Arctic environment that it's supposed to be. And I can give you a full list of all the data packs that I have installed as well. If you guys would like, just let me know down in the comments. But the second biggest one that I think is pretty important, at least for me and how I play, is I turned off Enderman griefing because I can't stand just random blocks either being taken out of my builds or being placed around them for that matter. So I wanted to turn that off. And I guess it's not really important right now, but I feel like while I'm talking about it, I should let you guys know. I also turned on a data pack to give me sort of additional shulker boxes. So when we inevitably get to the end, I'm not, patrolling the end for days to try and get shulker boxes and stuff, because sometimes it's hard enough to find just a couple, and having to travel through the whole end can be very tedious and time consuming. And if you didn't read my description of my YouTube channel, I can tell you right now, I am a full-time engineer. So this is not something that I have a whole lot of time to dedicate to, excuse me. But I think while we're on that note, it's a good segue into something that I wanted to talk about today, and that is why I started this YouTube channel. So let me do a little bit of cleanup here, and I will be right back. Nice. Got some iron to get started here and some coal so we can smelt. I should probably make some torches because based on the lighting in here, you guys probably can't see. There we go. Perfect. Let's grab this and get me the blazes out of here for a second. Yeah, so night is upon us already. Let's come out over here. I'm going to throw a light in here with the chickens just to make sure that nothing spawns in here. Okay, perfect. Make sure I get all these saplings. Hey, zombie. About to get our first achievement. You guys all ready for this? Make sure there's nobody else around. Hiya! Nice. Let's go. I'm gonna hold on to this. So that way in who knows how many years we can look back and remember this moment as the time we killed our first zombie. And I think that's, I guess, something important I can mention to you guys in general. I play very slow, and I think some of that has to do with me being an engineer. So when I play Minecraft, I think about things very systematically and thoughtfully, maybe. Very well organized, very cautious, so to speak. And as a generally, what's the word I'm looking for here? A generally, oh goodness, I'm blanking on the words. Sorry guys, I just like to hold on to things, especially you might have noticed when I was mining, like I want to save this wooden pickaxe again for like, the first pickaxe that we made in this game. We can maybe frame it somewhere. Sentimental. That's the word I was trying to think of. I was watching back the footage, and when I was talking about wanting to like save, the first pickaxe that we got and stuff, sentimental. That's the word I was thinking of. Now, welcome back. Our spawn point is just over there. Just over there. I came over here to to do a little bit of exploring, and I found, another hilltop in this beautiful valley here with the river flowing through. Eventually, I'm sure we'll make a bridge and stuff. But while I was over here collecting some trees, I heard some sheep from, as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner. I do have the captions on, which just kind of helps me find things. So I found some sheep, and I managed to get their wool with some iron that I got while I was digging out my little home. But let's make our way back home. Still don't have like a reliable fuel source. Excuse me, fuel source. I meant food source. I was hoping to maybe find some sweet berries while I was over here before nightfall came, but I didn't, and that's really unfortunate. But I got a few more seeds, so we can definitely start planting a little wheat field, and that'll help us get those cows that I was talking about. And I have a full inventory right now, so I hope we don't really run into any mobs on the way back, because I want to be able to pick up their drops, and I don't have the inventory space for it right now. I wasn't thinking and should have made some space before I left, but I didn't. But that's okay. So let's make our way back here. Now, when I was watching back the footage too, I did realize a couple things. First and foremost, I sound like a fool, and I apologize for that. I didn't know what I was getting into when I decided that I was going to start making content, but I started anyway, and I think that's the most important thing. So you can learn as you go, and I'm sure you've heard that a million times, but you don't learn anything by not doing it. You can get stuck in information paralysis. I've been stuck there don't know how many times in my life, and I finally just decided that I'm going to start doing YouTube and start making these videos, not just to hopefully entertain you guys, but just to please myself, because being a full-time engineer the last several years of my life, I've really struggled with finding time to do things that I enjoy. And so I'm hoping that by making videos like this, it's a kind of way to hold myself accountable to do the things that I want to do and make video games a part of my life again, because I think video games are, I don't want to say an escape from the real world, but for me, I find that I'm not overwhelmed thinking about all the responsibilities that I have as an adult when I'm playing games. I'm just in the mode of, in this case, digging up some coal or adventuring into a new world, which in a game like this is literally my favorite thing to do, because the world is so big. The chances of you discovering everything that these worlds have to offer is, I mean, infinitesimally small. So who knows? This world might last long enough that we do that. I highly doubt it, but we will see where things go. Now, another thing that I noticed is that, well, let's see. We're on day... Wow, what day are we on? Goodness. Where's all the stuff, man? Normally there's so many more things here in the menu. Goodness. I can't read anything. But if you can peek my CPU specs in the top right corner there of the F3 screen, you'll notice that I'm running a pretty old computer. Now, I built this computer when I was in college, so I didn't have a lot of money at the time, and I also didn't know what I was doing. So that's coming up on almost 10 years old, but still working, and I've considered upgrading, but as you guys probably know, now is really not the time to be upgrading computers. All the developments with AI are just causing RAM and storage to be just, for all intents and purposes, unaffordable and absolutely ridiculous. Now, I don't use any AI in my day-to-day as an engineer, and I certainly don't really use it in my personal life. Well, let me take that back. I actually used it to get some inspiration to design my logo, but other than that, I find too much value in human to human interaction or human work ethic, I think. And I believe that as as AI progresses, there's going to be less, human interaction and just less creativity in the world. And so, while at some point I probably won't be able to resist it anymore, whether that be because of work or some other thing, until that happens, I am going to try and limit my use of AI as much as I can and hope for the best. So let me try and survive this night here, and we will get started on making some farms in the morning. All right, everybody, we are back. Let's get some farms started here. This is a perfect place to do this. Just fill this up and cover this so that way it doesn't turn to ice. And we can plant our sugarcane here. So get that started. And like I said, as you can see by my food source, I really need to get some wheat going. So let's just, this is kind of a good area, I guess. Yeah, sure. Just put this here. Now, I just realized that the day count has been removed from Java, which explains why I wasn't able to see it. So that's kind of frustrating. I know a lot of people use that to kind of track their progress, and it's become like this really big thing in hardcore Minecraft, especially. So can't really give you guys an update on the day count at this time, but it's really only, we're in the first couple days, and literally nothing has happened other than, like you can see, I've cut some trees down and stuff, and now have a bed at least. But what I really need is some food, and I don't know how quick that wheat is going to grow for me. So in the meantime, let me just, wow, did not mean to use shears for that. Grab these flowers. I could breed the chickens, I guess. It's not that big of a deal, but I think it's far more important to use my seeds right now to get some wheat going rather than, and since I didn't have the inventory space during that last night that you guys just watched, I couldn't kill any skeletons to get some bones, which is really unfortunate. Got some apples I could eat. Oh, let me put some light down, that might help. We got 2 more seeds. Okay, let's do that. I need another shovel. As you can see, I did a little bit of organizing in here, and now you guys can kind of see what I was going for here. Kind of a hobbit hole-ish design. Got some barrels in the corner here. This is not the final end look. This is going to be the entrance to my mine, which we probably will get into next episode. So if that's something that you want to see, let me know down in the comments. But for right now, I need to focus on finding some food. Honestly, I might go back over there in the water and get some fish. That's probably my best bet at this point, since I couldn't find any berries. So I'm gonna go get some food, and I will be right back. Well, this is awkward. What's going on, guys? I'm back. I'm back, and I promise no animals were harmed in the making of this video. But yeah, that's just another data pack that I have on, I guess, is some mob heads because, well, I like to decorate with them. And while I was down getting fish, like I told you guys I was gonna do, I managed to get one, so we're just wearing it for now. But anyway, while you guys were gone, a couple crazy things happened. This guy showed up during one of the nights, and I happened to get him caught. He actually almost got me killed. The little booger that he is. I wasn't recording at the time, and there was like 3 creepers and 4 zombies and a couple spiders coming at me. And even though I have my shield here, I never used it. It's like I completely forgot that I used it, and I'm on low food as it is, and it was just risky business. But we managed to get him caught, and we're gonna save him, and hopefully we can catch another one. And then, at some point we'll be able to cure him, and then we can start, some villager trading halls and stuff. So if you guys want to name him, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. He's the first villager that we caught. So I have a suspicion that we'll probably try and turn this guy. We'll try and remember that he's a fisherman. It looks like we'll try and remember after we cure him which one he is, and we'll turn him into our mending villager. That's probably my plan. So stay tuned for that in quite a few episodes probably. But otherwise, nothing else much going on here. I expanded the crop field a little bit. Yeah, I'm sorry, the wheat seeds are not strategically placed, even though I am an engineer and normally I care about such things. I just wanted to get them down and get them growing. So I think that's probably going to wrap it up for this video. In the meantime, I'm probably just going to maybe get some more resources and probably try and actually get a steady food source here, because I tell you what, I almost died from starvation in hardcore Minecraft, and I don't think that's ever happened to me. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comments. It would really help me out, you guys. Like I said, this is not what I do day by day, and I want to know what you guys liked, what you didn't like, what you want to see, and anything along those lines. So this is Primitive Soul signing off.